Talking more about the Sufis, let me tell you that most of them had migrated from Central Asia in the 11th century, and the Sultanate period of Indian history saw a great support towards the Sufis. These Sufis started setting up various centers in the various parts of India. And the most important silsila that emerged was the Chishti silsila. The great Chishti saints are, we have Nizamuddin Aulia, we have Bakhtiyar Kaki, we have Farid, Baba Farid, we have Gesudaraj, Banda Gesudaraj. So all these people, they believed in true devotion and love towards the Supreme Lord. Now, as the Nathpanthis, Siddhas and the Yogis, as I said, that they believed in different methods of pleasing God, so all their rituals were conducted in the khanaks that they had, that is the hospice. And all the followers of the saints gathered in these khanaks and they prayed and they danced and they also sang to achieve the blessings of that Supreme Lord. These Sufi saints were believed to have great miraculous powers. They could heal anybody's illness, they could give blessings, and thus the dargahs of these Sufi saints became a place of pilgrimage not only to the Muslims but also towards the other faiths. Now I shall be talking about the new developments which started occurring in religion in North India at this time. We have already seen a lot of it, that is the emergence of Hinduism in another way, Islam, Sufism and the Buddhism, Jainism, the emergence of Nathpanthis, Siddhas and the Yogis. So that means there were so many faiths which were emerging at this time. People were believing in different theories and were led by different saints. Now the great saints of this time of course were Kabir, Guru Nanak and also Tulsidas. Tulsidas, who has written the beautiful Ramcharitmanas, which talks about the life of Lord Rama, and it is believed that every true Hindu should try and imbibe the traits of Lord Rama. Then we also have Surdas, who wrote the three great epics Sur Sagar, Sur Saravalli and Sahitya Lahari. So these three great epics of Hindi have in fact become a piece of literature for the students even today. But there is more to the developments which I will be talking about in the coming clipping. Now let me talk about another great saint of the time, that is Mirabai. Mirabai got married into the royal family of Mewar in the 16th century. She eventually became a disciple of the Saint Ravidas, who belonged to the low caste. Then she fell in true love and devotion towards Lord Krishna. She was criticized, humiliated and even tortured by her family to leave that true devotion towards Lord Krishna, but she had started her path of true devotion, and in spite of all the criticism, she kept on worshipping till the end her Supreme Lord, that is Krishna. Then we have the writings of these people, that is of Mirabai and other saints. The most great thing about these people is that they use the regional language so that it could be easily understood by the local people. This also led to their popularity because the Sanskrit text had become too difficult for the ordinary people to understand. and thus these new religious texts, which were written in their own simple regional language, were greatly appreciated and liked by the common people. Now let me talk about Kabir. Kabir was born either in the 15th or the 16th century. We are not sure about his date of birth, but we know that he was brought up in the Muslim family of the Julahas, that is the weavers at Banaras. Now, whatever information we have about Kabir is actually from the Sakhis and the Pads that he has written himself. So, those two act as a source of information about knowing more about Kabir. All his writings have now been incorporated in the great epics like Guru Granth Sahib, the Bijak and the Panchwani. He greatly rejected the outward show of bhakti, that is devotion, worship of God. He believed that whatever rituals, ceremonies that we did to please God were not required. What was required was just true devotion, love towards the Almighty. And that is, he belonged to the cult of the Bhakti saints. He also believed that there is nothing as caste system, nobody is high or low. Most of the time he wrote in Hindi, but sometimes he also used the cryptic language, which has become little difficult for the people to understand. Now, the Bhakti movement, or the one which actually influenced Kabir, was such that it attracted towards him the followers of all creed, the Hindus and the Muslims. All of them flocked to receive the blessings and also to learn more about reaching God from the Saint Kabir.